So I figured with this creature drawing, we get into that Halloween feel of things, and I'm calling this one Pumpkin Lick for a reason, and you'll find out soon enough. So let's get started. Hello, all you DIY fiends out there. Welcome to the Creature Comforts channel. Okay, we're going to start out with my old piece of desktop as a drawing board and just some copier paper taped to it to draw on. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a general pumpkin shape, and then I'm going to adapt it to make the expression that I want and move it more into a facial feel to the pumpkin. I'm kind of hyper speeding through the sketching and the kind of finalized outline of this design because you all can see how I'm coming up with this. I just keep pushing the shape of the pumpkin so it's not quite traditional, and I don't want cutout eyes in the pumpkin. I want it to look like it grew its own face. I'm still utilizing the cutout feel to the mouth because maybe it hasn't evolved that far yet. And I'm going to go more with a squash texture to the pumpkin rather than a smooth texture. And you'll see what I mean as I shade it along. This pumpkin is going to be the nemesis of the trickers out there and the trick-or-treaters that come around and smash your pumpkins, because this pumpkin, you wouldn't even want to touch it for fear it may take a bite out of you. The best art tells a story. So in your head, if you have a storyline to create the design, it makes the art better and come out more fluently. I'm just getting a base here on how dark I want to go on the shadow side of the pumpkin, and I kind of build it up as I go and get darker and darker in the shadowy areas. It's pretty hot where I'm at right now, and the humidity and everything, I started noticing that even just the outlines with my hand going across them was starting to smear the design. So this is just a little trick that I use to keep my hand from smearing the rest of the design, and you can utilize that through the whole drawing. Depending on the resting portion of your hand, it will still smear. You may have to change your paper or the positioning of your paper so it doesn't continue to smear. As you can see here, I'm starting to put in some of that popcorny squash type texture. In the dark areas, you just have to kind of weigh the options as to whether you're going to put in full-on texture or keep some of it in the shadows that you can't see and almost kind of bump out the outer areas to make it feel like that texture is there. Because drawing, art, and painting is all just an illusion. You're making it feel like things are there that maybe aren't quite there. It's fooling the eye. Like a painting on a wall of a nice green pasture and it looks like you can walk into it. They call that trompe-l'oeil. It's a trompe-l'oeil painting, and it's all about fooling the eye and making someone believe what they're seeing is what you wanted to convey the art to be. Help bring my creatures to life by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. And every time you share the video, one of my creatures gets its wings, horns, or maybe just a little bit more drool on its lip. For the stem on this pumpkin, I'm going to make it look like it's almost like a pile of roots coming off the top of it, and they spin back and forth over upon each other. Just something crazy I do whenever I do, you know, anything wooden and trees. I like that spirally feel. As I shade towards the other side of the pumpkin, the shading gets a little bit lighter. It's not going to get too much lighter just because I wanted this to be a darkling looking pumpkin. I'm going to build out this other side and not necessarily match the other side because I want him to look like he's got dents and bruises. He's basically a darkling little pumpkin that everybody should be scared of. I'd like to thank you all for coming along on this adventure to create my little darkling pumpkin creature. It's really difficult to get a very good resolute picture of a pencil drawing because the pencil lead is so reflective, and the same way with scanning it on a copier or a scanner. I've tried both and you never get the detail that you can see in person, but it still looks good. And there we go. One little evil pumpkin that'll survive Hell Night and Halloween night. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see further content. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And like the video. See y'all next time.